Have you ever wondered why hours seem to vanish the moment you pick up a controller? Why is it that a plan to play for just 30 minutes often turns into an all-night marathon, leaving you exhausted yet unable to stop? This isn't just a lack of willpower. It is the result of a profound interaction between digital design and the most sophisticated part of your anatomy, the frontal lobe. Today, we are diving deep into the science of how excessive gaming reshapes the human brain, specifically the command center that defines who you are, the CEO of the brain. Located directly behind your forehead lies the prefrontal cortex, often called the frontal lobe. In the world of neuroscience, this area is known as the CEO of the brain. It is responsible for executive functions, making complex decisions, focusing your attention, managing your emotions, and, perhaps most importantly, impulse control. While most of the brain is developed in childhood, the frontal lobe continues to mature until your mid-20s. This makes it the most critical yet most vulnerable part of a developing mind. When gaming becomes an obsession, this CEO starts to lose its authority. The dopamine trap, the primary tool video games use to keep you engaged, is a neurotransmitter called dopamine. Dopamine is the chemical of more. Every time you level up, find a rare item, or defeat an opponent, your brain receives a massive surge of this reward chemical. Game developers spend millions of dollars perfecting these dopamine loops to ensure you stay hooked. But there is a heavy price to pay. When the frontal lobe is constantly bombarded with these high-intensity dopamine spikes, it begins to protect itself by becoming less sensitive. This is known as desensitization. Suddenly, the rewards of real life, reading a book, having a conversation, or working toward a long-term goal, feel incredibly dull and boring. The brain begins to crave only the high-speed, high-reward environment of the screen, leading to a cycle of chronic boredom and a shattered attention span. Structural changes and gray matter. The impact isn't just chemical, it is physical. Recent MRI studies have shown that individuals with a severe gaming addiction often exhibit a decrease in gray matter density in the prefrontal cortex. Gray matter is the tissue where the actual processing of information happens. A reduction in gray matter in the frontal lobe is linked to a diminished ability to process emotions, a loss of empathy, and a failure to inhibit impulsive behavior. Essentially, the part of the brain that should tell you stop, this is enough, is physically thinning, making it harder to quit even when you want to. The fight or flight paradox. Most modern games, especially competitive shooters and survival games, are designed to be stressful. They trigger the fight or flight response, flooding your body with cortisol and adrenaline. In the wild, this response is meant to save your life from a physical predator. In your bedroom, however, you are sitting perfectly still while your heart races and your brain screams, "Danger." In this state of high arousal, the brain shifts its energy away from the logical frontal lobe and toward the amygdala, the primitive part of the brain responsible for fear and aggression. When you spend hours every day in this state, your brain becomes hardwired for irritability. This explains why many gamers experience intense gamer rage or find themselves snapping at family and friends over minor inconveniences. Your brain has been trained to react with aggression rather than logic. The path forward. It is important to understand that video games are not inherently evil. In moderation, they can improve spatial awareness and problem solving. But the human brain was never evolved to handle the 24/7 hyperstimulation of modern digital entertainment. If you find yourself struggling to focus, feeling constantly irritable, or unable to find joy in the real world, your frontal lobe may be crying out for a reset. Protecting your brain starts with boundaries. It starts with giving your mind the silence and the boredom it needs to heal and recalibrate. Your prefrontal cortex is your greatest asset. It is the source of your focus, your goals, and your future success. Don't let a virtual world steal the power of your real one. Balance your play, protect your mind, and take back the controls of your own life. At the end of the day, it's all about balance. Protect your CEO, your frontal lobe, and it will take care of your future. I've put together a list of tools and books in the description to help you stay sharp and focused. If this video gave you some value, hit that like button and subscribe for more insights on tech and the human mind. Take care of your brain, and I'll see you soon.